This stock is about to make us a lot of money because I see upside in the future. And in this video, I'll break down why I see it going there, how I see it going there, where do I see it going, and we'll go over some other things. Let's check it out.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag.
What's going on, family? It's your man Tasteware here once again, and of course, I'm bringing us outside because I'm going to start doing these market watches. This is an STB market watch for all my newbies. Anybody who's here that's new, it's an STB market watch, and normally I do these in my office, right? I go in and turn left. My office is right there, but I'm going to start doing these right after market close. And the sun is still up here, so I figured why not do them outside, at least for right now. It's getting hot, so as we go more into the summertime, I don't know if it's a little hot out here. I'm already kind of sweating. But who am I, right? Who am I, and why do I do these market watches? My name is Tay Sweat. I've been pretty much stock trading for the last 10 years, but I not only trade stocks, I've traded penny stocks. That's how I got my start about 10 years ago. I started trading penny stocks. I traded penny stocks for about 5 years. I've been trading options, futures, crypto. I mean, you name it, I've traded it, right? And the reason why I can trade all of these things pretty consistently, no matter what it is because simply I trade charts. I'm a technician. This is what I do, right? I trade charts. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. We're going to dive in. We're going to look at the charts. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to look into today Microsoft, right? Microsoft. Now, once again, before we get started, I just want to let you know I'm going to be doing these pretty much every day that the market is open. If you want, insight on some of these stocks that I'm looking at, where I see it going and why I see it going there, right? If you want insight on that, just click the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing these once again every day that the market's open. I'm going to do my best. Look, God willing, right? I'll be here. So we'll be doing this and we'll have some fun. Now, I'm sure I'm going to get in the comments. So before we get started, where am I? Where do I live? This is Puerto Rico. For those of you who've been following me on Instagram, because I'm not really big on YouTube, I'm more Instagram. But I'm coming to YouTube more often so I can do more teaching. I've been living, for those of y'all who are on Instagram, y'all know I've been living in Puerto Rico 3 years now, right? And I've been living in this house pretty much since I got here. And I love it here. So for those of you who don't know, here's a quick gem. Any stock traders out there, here's a quick gem. If you are a profitable stock trader, you are probably paying 20, 30, 40% in taxes, right? Here in Puerto Rico, there's an incentive for stock traders, right? And that incentive basically says that, yes, if you move here to Puerto Rico, you trade stocks and or crypto, there's a lot of crypto traders here too, you get basically tax benefits, and that's 0% on capital gains. Right? So it's just a little gem. For all of my profitable stock traders out there, this is a gem. Right. And that's what I always say. And people laugh at me. They're like, that's not a reason. Well, I always give this reason. I say, hey, you want to know if somebody's profitable? They're going to do, especially as a trader, you want to know if a trader is profitable? They're going to do everything in their power to try to save in taxes because taxes is a big part of stock trading. Right. And I say this because the majority of the profitable stock traders that I know, I'm not talking about investors that buy and hold for 3 years. I'm talking about traders. They get in and out on a day-to-day basis, week-to-week basis, or maybe even month-to-month basis. They are usually living here, right? Shout out to, Trade and Travel, Terry. She lives right across the street from me. My house is here. Her house is across the street and 3 down. Shout out to, I can't think of his name right now. It's going to kill me. What is his name? He lives in San Juan, though. Shout out to Swaggy C. Swaggy C. He lives in Dorado. Right, so which is not too far from me. So a lot of profitable traders, we live here, right? So once again, that's just one of the little gems that I give it to you. Shout out to Trade and Travel Terry. Shout out to Swaggy C. He's doing his thing. Shout out to Dan Zanger. I think he lives here. Shout out to there's a few people. Peter Schiff. He lives down the street. Shout out to there's one more person I'm thinking of that lives here. I can't think of his name. He's the doomsday guy. I can't think of his name, but he lives here too. He's always thinking the market's gonna crash, but he lives here. So shout out to all these guys. This is something that we've been doing for, like I said, I've been here 3 years, almost 4, going on 4. So anyway, Let's go over Mr. Microsoft, and let's dive in and see what we got going on with this stock. All right. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you what I'm looking at for Microsoft and why. What am I looking at and why? All right, fam. So here we have Microsoft, and right now it's running. It is running. And for those of you who know me, I like one of the indicators that I use is a predictive indicator. We call it the Elliott wave, or for me especially, I use the Neely's method of the Elliott wave. Feel free to, if you want to study that and dive deep into it, that's totally fine. I teach it in a different way that makes it relatable, that makes it fun. I put a little, we call it infotainment. So I put some fun on it, right? And I can explain it in a way that most people can't, right? Because I'm not one of those boring, old guys like, this is how you, no, we have some fun with this, right? So what I'm seeing with this right now is, of course, we got some waves here playing out. I actually think this is a nice wave here, wave one. I personally think all of this is wave three. It looks like 1 of 3, 2 of 3, that may be even 3 of 3, 4 of 3. We may be finishing out this 5 of 3 here, right? Now we could get A, B, C down. It just depends, right? It just depends. The reason why I say this is because wave threes they're known to extend. So this thing can extend way further than where I think it's going. And this may not be the end of wave three. That's why I say that. So this could actually be wave three, all of this, and we could just be working it out. I've seen it happen before. So what we have to do is we just need to look at price action. It's when you're dealing with Elliott wave, it's one of those things that is predictive, but you need to be careful with wave three. So I don't short wave threes because they tend to extend longer than the wave. This is what we call an impulsive move. They extend longer than the impulsive move gives. So for me, I usually don't short wave threes. So that being said, I'm bullish, right? Now, where am I bullish to? I do think we're going to all-time highs, right? All-time highs. That's what a lot of people have been waiting on. All-time highs. Yes, I do think we're going to reach all-time highs. We have a few paths that I need to see us take, right? And y'all can document this. You can come back and tell me I was right or wrong, whatever. Right? But this is what I see happening. All right. So we have an all-time high here, and we have buyers right here. They were once upon a time sellers or resistance, right? And how can we say that? I like to look at history, right? And this is one of those things. There are a lot of people out there who are, they like to throw rocks at traders, and like all of y'all use. I hear it all the time. Lagging indicators. One of the things that can't lag is buyers and sellers. As a matter of fact, that's why the market moves. It moves for buyers and sellers. So you can't lag with buyers and sellers. Now, anything else, for the most part, it may lag. But Elliott wave is one of the things I noticed. It can predict where it's going because it's a mathematical equation. Wave one is going, wave three may be a 1 point, or let's just say 121% of wave one, right? Wave five is going to be anywhere between 30% and 61% of wave three, right? You're going to get a pullback on wave three for wave four. Wave four is going to give you, I don't know, a pullback of anywhere between 38% and 50% of wave three. Like, you can't make this stuff up, right? It's all baked in. There are rules to this game, right? That's why when people are like, oh, the traders are going to get clapped when it comes to the new algorithms and AI, I'm like, no, it's not. There's rules to this game. So AI is just going to follow the rules. And if I know the rules, then I just follow AI. It's crazy. So anyway, there are rules to this game. So once again, you have long-term sellers and buyers, or long-term support and resistance, right? We got above this line. So look, it was resistance going into here. It was support, got below, held resistance, got back above, held support, got below it a little bit, held resistance for a couple bars, got back above, support, got below, resistance. Finally, we are above it. What I like to see now is, before I buy anything, most traders, this thing will go up and most people are buying it. Oh. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. What I like to see is you can run, and guess what? Bing! I need you to bring that back. Bring it on down, right? You bring it back to me, and then I'll tap that at, So I'm trying not to cuss. You know, my baby boy sitting right there. So anyway, I want you to come back to like this 294 area. Then I'll take you to all-time highs. And as a matter of fact, I'm actually I'm actually aiming for about 370. 370. So this is where I'm going, or this is where I'd like to see it go. So we may see a move up somewhere to about 323. Then I'd like to see a pullback to about 295, and then boom. Now 370 is probably going to take us about a year and a half to get there. I won't lie. It's going to take a year and a half to get there because there's going to be some ranging going on. And we're in a pretty tough environment right now. But I'd like to see this thing to go to 370 based on my technical analysis alone, right? So that being said, we definitely have some waves going on. There's some other stuff going on with this. And if this is, let's just say that's all of wave 3, right? And we need to pull back 30%, let's just say. Excuse me, the other way. Let's just see, this is all of wave 3. We need to pull back about that 38% range. And then right in that 38% range, I know it's a lot, just hold tight with me. I got to move fast so I can get to the S&P 500 as well because I want to go over that for you. So this is 35% range, right? Or excuse me, 38% range. If we come back to this 38% range, at that point, what I'd like to see is a bounce. And if this is wave 3, I'd like to see 38% from that bounce, or excuse me, from the top, pretty much. I'd like to see 38% of a move upward, right? So that is what I'm going to be looking for. Upward, and when I say 38%, I mean as a minimum, right? As a minimum wave, so it should pull back, and wave 5 should give us at least 38%. But what I usually see when it comes to wave 5s is, wave 5s can give us anywhere between, I've seen as much as 61%. So that being said, if this is wave 3, and let's just say we put 61% somewhere in here, right? That's going to start to get us there. It's going to start to get us there. Now, that lets me know that this is not done. So I think this wave is going to continue. Wave 3 is not over because that's not big enough to get us that and get us there. And I do think we are going there. And that's a few reasons why I say that. There's a few reasons why I say that. So for me, I'm definitely going to be looking for this price action somewhere in here to get tapped. What I'm looking for next, first of all, let me just say this. This move here, so going up, and I'm not going to draw it perfectly, but going up and then coming down, that is bullish, my friends. So I do think this is just giving us a little rest, and then we're going to take off. That's what I see happening. Right now, for me personally, I'm going to give like this wild, crazy prediction. You can mark this, right? And I want to put it here so it can be time stamped, right? And if it hits, you can call me one of the GOATs, and I'll take it. If it doesn't hit, you can call me crazy. You can tell me, oh, Tay, you said it was going to hit and it never hit, right? But me personally, based on the movement that I'm seeing this play out, I'd like to see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 play out, and then an ABC move down. Now, my C wave coming down, I'd like to see this thing hit somewhere down in 2020 lows. So you can call me crazy, but I don't think I am. This is how I make my money, okay? So this is one of the ways we do this thing, right? Long term, short term, it doesn't matter. It all plays out, okay? Now, one of the ways, why do I think we're coming down here to test these COVID lows or COVID highs or lows? Well, one of the things I look for is gaps, right? I like gaps. So what we can do is go into some 2020. I think I have it preset already to take us to, let's say, March 2020, right? There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to maybe the hour, 4-hour chart. We're going to see if there's some gaps down here, right? And that's if it takes us back that far. It may be too outdated. It may not show us those bars because when I back test, it usually does it. So yeah, last available bar is the 2023. That can't be right. No, I refuse to believe that. Nope. Microsoft, you're gonna have to show me some more of that. Yeah, that look. I've been doing this too long. Look, I'm like, no, that hour chart should have something. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is my box for 2021, or excuse me, 2020 highs and lows. And what I'm looking for, and the reason why I'm looking for it is I'm looking for some gaps. I want to see some gaps. Gaps like to be closed. Gaps like to be closed. Okay, why? Because there are buyers and sellers in those gaps, boys and girls. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that extendo off. All right, look at this gap. 1, 2, gaps up. Boom. I got a price target here that may be somewhere between 137 and 141. Right? That's just one gap. That's just one gap. We have gaps here. Gap. We have gaps here. Hasn't closed yet. Needs to close, right? And it's never come down here. Just in case somebody's like, well, we've already closed, though. It's never come down. Never come down. No, it hasn't. No, it has not. No, it has not. So I'd like to see a C wave bring us down, but right now, if you try to buy puts on this thing to take it down here, you're gonna get clapped. Okay, so you have to wait for the current bullish move to play out. And if we reach all-time highs at 370, you're really gonna have to be careful because all-time highs can just get irrational, and this thing can go as high, I don't know, 420, right? Just based on the calculations, right? I like to use the Fibonacci for that, or the Elliott wave relationship and ratio using predictive Neely's methods when I talk about. Okay. Anyway, this thing it can get stupid and then it can pull back really hard. Now, for anybody who's going to tell me, "Tay, gaps? What are you talking about? Gaps don't need to be closed, and the market doesn't move for gaps." Okay, let's dive into it. Let's dive into it. Right? Let us dive into it. Now, why did we pull back for 2020? Why did we pull back for 2020? That's the question you need to ask yourself. Were there gaps we needed to close in 2020? Yeah. Or let's just say before 2020. Were there gaps we needed to close in 2018, 2019, 2016? Maybe. Let's check it out. So what we can do is I'm going to take these gaps away because those are futuristic gaps that we need to come down and close. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two areas of support here and here. Support, 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 support. And what I can tell you just based on this chart is if I look left, I love this shit. If I look left, I guarantee you there's a gap down there somewhere that 2020 was trying to close. So you thought it was just a issue. The market was just actually trying to move down and close some gaps. Let's check it out. So we're going to go left, 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 and oh my God, wow! You remember that? That's one of the memes on Instagram, right? Wow, oh my God, look at these gaps. Look at this craziness. Gap, gap. And remember I told you, this was the support line. This was the support line that this price action was holding. And if you go back and draw boxes for your gaps, you will see that they were getting closed. Once business was taken care of, this thing bounced on out of there. So let's check it out real quick. I told y'all I love to do this stuff. This is just what I've been doing it so long. I just love it. Right? So when people say, "Oh no, these can't close, these won't close." And imagine people like me back in 2019. This is what, October 2019. Imagine there was somebody like me saying, "Hey, we got gaps down there that need to close." And a whole year later, pretty much, people were like, the gaps didn't close, you stupid. And then, boom, everybody got hit in the mouth, except people like me who knew that these gaps were down here. All right, so when we look right and we see, look at this. Oh my God, it's beautiful. It's beautiful because gaps like to be closed and retraced, and they're held as support and resistance. Look at that, support, 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 support. Closed, held this one as support, pop back up, retrace, support, retrace, support, 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 retraced, support, support, support. Oh my God, this is nuts. So, without making this video too long, I just want to show you this is how we get down and this is how this thing works. I'm not telling you that gaps. Look, all indicators, let me say it this way. All indicators are going to give you a probability. And a lot of times the probability is going to be anywhere between 70 and 95%. Gaps for me have been, if you back test it, you can see for yourself. Gaps for me have been about 80-90% hit rate. You just need to know when they're going to hit based on the structure of the market. Certain lows need to be taken out so we can get down there. Certain price structures need to be completed before we can actually make our move down. All right. This is how it works. Okay. So yes, we have gaps down there. So I see a high. So what are my conclusions? I see all-time highs at about 370. We can make it as high as 420, but I'm gonna stop at 370. And I see lows as low as about. Let's go back in here. Let's see. I see lows getting down to about 138, 145, maybe somewhere in here. So that's my price. I'll just put this out. I'm gonna put it on the internet, and then we'll revisit it. Now, I think it's going to take us a year and a half to get that all-time high, which means it's probably going to take 2, 3, maybe even 4 years to come back down. I don't think it's going to take 4 years. I say two or 3 years. I say 2 or 3 years. I think these areas will be hit before 2025 is over. I could be wrong. I don't think I am. All right, let's continue. Okay. Yes, I may sound cocky, but I just study my butt off. That's all. I'm very confident in my abilities. That is it. Very confident in my abilities. Okay. So now that we've gone over that, let's check out just really quick a little ES action. Let's check out some ES. So today in the Discord group, shout out to my Discord group, the paid Discord, where I have my students. So I teach my students. They become 6-7 figure students, and then I create jobs or I don't want to say abilities for them or potential things for them, jobs. I don't want to call it a job. That's why I'm tripping over it. What would it be? Like an opportunity, right? So when my students make good money, and a lot of people I know, hold on. A lot of people gonna say, well, if they are profitable traders, why do they need a job? Why do they need opportunities to make more money? Here's the number one mistake traders make when they become profitable. You decide that you're going to live on your trading. If you are a trader and you're profitable, you should never rely on your trading to take care of your lifestyle. That creates one hell of an emotional roller coaster. Bills are due. I got to make money. It's the worst thing. You need a second flow or stream of income. Trading profits is just icing on top. That's it. So yes, I teach and I run businesses and I have products and I have services and I do coaching and I have real estate that pays me. I got, a condo right over here on the beach on the opposite side of this house. I have a condo that pays, me because people rent it out. Yes, I have multiple streams of income because you never want to rely on trading to take care of your lifestyle. Never. I'm sorry. That is one of the biggest mistakes because when bills are due and you trying to hurry up and make money, that creates the most egregious, crazy trading environment because you get overly emotional. Okay. So that being said, yes, I have some of my 6 and 7 figure students from the STB VIP program. Once they learn a lot of what I know, I had them come over and then start trading over here or helping me inside of the Discord group to give alerts. And one of the alerts they were giving, of course, that was given today was SPY. The SPY alert was given out at like 4:11 and it popped. If you don't believe me, you can just simply click the link. There'll be a link in the description. There's going to be a link down there that says join the free Discord. The free Discord shows you the newsletters that I put out every day. And then it also shows you some of the profits that people are making inside of the paid Discord. I just do that for motivation to show you that, yeah, people are making money, right? So that's why I do that. And you can just go through that profit section and you can see people making money off of the same alert. And they're thanking Brian because Brian is one of my star students. He's a 6-figure trader, okay? So definitely, this is a great move. But what am I seeing? So y'all know I like to look at my futures, okay? And what I'm seeing right now is we are still trading in this wide box. It should be a little bit wider than that. And that's just because I know if we look left, there it is. I just do too much. I do too much charting. I know if we look left, I know it's there. All right. So we've been trading in this range for about 2-3 months now. Okay. I'd say right in here. So we broke out of this range. Yeah. So look at that. So we've been trading in this range since March. So we got in right around the end of March, and it's just been doing this for a while. Okay. Now, I don't know about you, but what I see here is a head and shoulders pattern. Looks like the neckline has been broken as well. If the neckline is here, let's see. Eh, it's close. It's close. I'm going to consider that broken because actually I would consider this the neckline. So here when it dropped, here when it dropped, yeah, that's my neckline. Boom, boom. Yeah, it's been broken. So what we can expect, I mean, I'm expecting a down move. What I'd like to see is this play out. Right now, this is what you may call a diagonal. This is playing diagonally. This is a diagonal pattern. Diagonals tend to move in ABC um, structures, right? So it's a diagonal pattern playing out. We'll see if it continues to play out. You can potentially get as high as this 4,200. But honestly, if this structure is going to continue to play out, most people stop losses right here. I don't know if we're going to play this out anymore because a lot of times the market plays that out and it's done. But if I had to say anything, let's see. I like this 1, 2. This is 3. It might even give us 4, 5. I'd like to see A, B, C down. I'd like to see C down to about 40, 40. That's one path. There's alternative paths. Okay. If and what would consider an alternative path? Alternative path would be if this thing is actually like wave 1, wave 2 here, and then wave 3, 4, and then 5. I could see us going as high as 4,300. That's where I have us going, right? So I have two alternative paths. We either gonna hit 4,300 or 4,290, or we're gonna come down and hit that 40-40 region, right? If we can hit 40-40 and do some dancing in there, and the bears want to pick it up a little bit more, we'll go from 440 down to about 40-40, excuse me. From 40-40, the bears can step in a little stronger, blow through the buyers, and I think we can get as low as about 39.80-ish. Okay, so those are my two paths. I don't know how they're going to play out based on whether or not the rules are followed. We'll just have to see, right? We'll have to see. So with all of that being said, right, once again, I just want to share the beauty with you. I like to share my lifestyle just a little bit, let you know what I do as a trader, what I do as someone who, as a teacher, a husband, a father, a trader, real estate developer, real estate owner, businessman. Like I wear a lot of hats, right? But ultimately, I like to teach this because it empowers a lot of people, right? Fitness trainer. I used to do all of those things, right? But one of the things that I love the most is to teach this stuff. Why? Because this stuff doesn't require a lot of money. I've seen people with a couple $100 go in and trade $50 at a time and make their way up to $10, $20, $30,000 accounts. I've seen it. Right? It's happened. I'm not gonna say it's easy. If you learn how to trade, it's possible, right? So I just like to come in and share this. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, because I'm gonna be dropping a lot more fire for you. I'm gonna be teaching more, right? We're gonna be doing challenges where I'm gonna run just a free challenge. Stay tuned for that. I'll let you know when that's coming. But when I say it's a challenge, that's basically where I teach you and I say, all right, challenge. I just taught you, now let's go trade, right? So, I'll be doing some stuff for free. It's going to be fun. We're going to have some fun with it. But ultimately, make sure, once again, to comment, like, subscribe, do all of that great stuff. And if you want to see some more, I'll put something up here of maybe some previous things that I've done, motivation, charting, all of that good stuff. I'll put it in one of these boxes. All right. Other than that, I'll see y'all on the next Market Watch. My name is Tay Sweat once again. I'm out.
Secure the bag, yeah, that's the brand, and we get to the bag. These